How to be a Nazi killing machine. Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus is a no-nonsense narrative-driven first-person shooter focusing on mowing down as many Nazis as possible. Between stealth, perks, dual wielding, and axe throwing, there's a lot to think about when entering a hostile environment. There's also plenty of collectibles and activities to accomplish between missions aboard the Hammer Resistance, the main base of the Resistance. To help you better your chances of survival in Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, we've compiled 10 essential beginner's tips to follow. Be sure to check out our full review of Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, along with our 10 things we wished we knew guide before starting your Nazi killing campaign. For more info on the sequel, head over to our guide on everything you need to know about the game, and along with our video on the history of Wolfenstein. How do health and armor work? The health and armor pickups that Blazkowicz finds in the heat of battle are the only things keeping him from death's door. After an intense battle, you'll pretty much want to spam the pickup button when clearing through the aftermath of the carnage. Armor protects you from enemy fire and will take down as you take damage. Armored enemies will always drop pieces of armor and scrap, which add to your counter. So be sure to loot them after defeating them. Along with restoring your base health, restoration items also have an overcharged mechanic. Any health pickups that put Blazkowicz's health above 50 puts him in an overcharged state. His health can eventually get to 200, but will continuously tick down until it reaches 50. The best strategy to use is to pick up health and get in the action and put that extra health to good use before it's gone. How to remain stealthy? It's always a good idea to start an area with stealth, especially in an area with a commander. You can always tell if there's a commander nearby with an icon that appears at the top of the screen, indicating your distance from a commander. If that icon turns red, get ready for a fight because you've been spotted. There are different ways to stay out of sight. You can sneak up behind enemies and execute a stealth takedown, silence your pistol with a weapon upgrade and get a few quiet shots in. You can throw hatchets to take down enemies with a well-aimed throw. If you choose the latter, be sure to go retrieve your axe if you can while staying hidden. Be sure to take advantage of the lean maneuver to keep yourself hidden. If you want to see what is waiting around a corner, lean instead of walking out and exposing yourself. Don't worry about the dead bodies you find along the way. Other enemies will notice them, but they won't sound the alarm. A good strategy to use is to silently take down an enemy with a stealth takedown or a silenced weapon, and then sit back and silently snipe the other enemies who approach the dead body to investigate. Using the map, if you're obsessed with collecting stuff, Wolfenstein II has you covered. There are nearly 400 different items to collect throughout the game from the different levels and the main hub aboard the Hammer. Fortunately, you don't have to check every nook and cranny to find them all. The handy map in the mission menu reveals where everything is hidden. This makes finding the game's many collectibles much easier for completionists. Additional maps are also scattered around the levels, offering additional intel on item locations. While these items can still be found without the maps, it's always best to stay up on item locations, especially if you think you may have left one behind. Choosing weapons to dual wield. Taking cues from Wolfenstein II, BJ can dual wield almost every weapon he gets his hands on. That means you can hold two of the same weapon type or mix and match them, such as holding a shotgun and machine gun at once. There are a couple good strategies to use when dual wielding your weapons. It's never a bad idea to choose one ranged weapon and a second weapon for close quarters. That way, you can eliminate enemies who are right in your face, and others who are charging in. There really isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to dual wielding, and you'll have to assess the situation and plan accordingly. For instance, if you're up against a panzer hunt, you're going to want range. The shotgun, as powerful as it is, isn't going to do much for you. Equip two Sturmgers and start pelting it from long range. You can still dual wield if you're trying to be stealthy. Equip dual silenced pistols to quickly and silently eliminate Nazis without making a sound. However, there is a trade-off to using two weapons at once. Keep in mind that dual wielding isn't as accurate as just holding one weapon and aiming down sight. For next tips and trick don't forget to subscribe to my channel Game Zone.